Hey guys, so I want to start kind of like a mini series on this channel where I read some of my work. So today I'm going to start by reading you the very first piece that I ever got published. It's a flash fiction piece, which I had never tried before. And it turns out that I'm really good at it, and I love it. I've been doing a lot of flash fiction pieces and submitting to a magazine pretty much every year for the past 3 or 4 years, so that's been a great experience. The magazine that I submitted to is called Warp and Weave. It's the Utah Valley University's literary magazine, and me and Talia Rothschild, my friend co-author, submitted together most of the time, and we got in every single one, so it was very exciting, made us feel good about ourselves. So I'll be reading you different kind of stories out of these volumes for the first while, and then maybe I'll start reading you stuff from books. We'll just see where it goes. These literary magazines are really cool because they do prose and art. This is the page with my flash fiction and this interesting piece of art that they paired with it. But, you know, throughout the whole book, they've got cool different stuff in there. So if you've got a local university nearby, maybe check out their literary magazines and buy one the next time they're published, because they're really fun and cool, and there's so much talent in these things. So the very first flash fiction piece that I ever wrote is called Postmortem. I kind of found out that I had this knack for like horror comedy. So almost all of my pieces are like dark with a comedic twist at the end. So I hope you enjoy it. I really like this one. Postmortem. The med student's hands shook as she drew the scalpel closer to the skin. He's dead, she told herself. He can't feel anything. She put the other hand on the man's chest to steady herself and orient the blade. It was cold and still, just as a lifeless body should be. With a smooth breath, she pressed down until the end of the scalpel disappeared. A jarring scream split the air. The man beneath her knife jerked up, thrashing and wailing like nothing she'd ever heard. She cried as the scalpel hit the floor, and the thing she'd just cut into started laughing. "Dang it, Jim," her teacher yelled, stepping through the small crowd of students. "This is why you got fired from your last job." Jim shrugged. His chalky olive skin pulled tight over the bones, a classic sign of zombieism. "I'm being cut up with knives all day," he argued. "Gotta make it fun somehow." The teacher eyed the zombie. 3 strikes and you're gone." Jim chuckled, settling back on the gurney, and a new student stepped up. Maybe he could convince them to put a TV on the ceiling. So that's my very first flash fiction that I wrote about a zombie getting a job. It was a really fun idea, just kind of thinking about, oh, post-apocalyptic zombie world, but what if the zombies weren't the bad guys and they just wanted jobs like everybody else? What kind of jobs would they be good for? So I wrote that, and I considered writing other ones. Maybe I will, kind of along the same lines. Just a quick kind of info for anybody who doesn't know. And this might actually be considered microfiction, I don't know. But flash fiction is a fiction story that is less than 1,000 words. All of my flash fictions have kind of been 500 max. Short stories, which are kind of like 15,000 words or less, are nearly impossible for me. They are so hard. I'm not good at short stories. I can do either of the extremes, a full-length novel or flash fiction. So I'll be reading more of these in different episodes. Hopefully you enjoy them and just kind of think it's a little bit of fun. Also, if you enjoy writing, definitely look up Warp and Weave from UVU and submit. They love it. They want all of the submissions. So try it out. Art or prose, it's a great opportunity. I don't know how to end this, so I'm just gonna